This video builds on a previous video and looks at how to differentiate a polynomial. Let's say a car's position p is given by 3t squared. How do we calculate the speed? As we saw from our last video, to calculate the speed of a car, we need to calculate the rate of change between position and time. To calculate the rate of change, we need to differentiate the equation. That's the plan. How to find the derivative of an equation depends on what kind of equation it is. P equals 3t squared is a polynomial. Here are some examples of polynomials. They have two different letters, one letter on its own on one side of the equation, and all the terms on the other side have the other letter, or just a number. The terms on the other side can have a number in front of the letter, and they can also have any integer power. To differentiate a polynomial, first we'll look at what happens to the left-hand side. As we saw in the last video, differentiating calculates the rate of change. So instead of position, we have change in position over change in time. In other words, dp over dt. Now we can differentiate the right-hand side of the equation. To do this, we take the power and bring it out the front to multiply with our expression. The 3 and the t we just leave alone, and for our power, we subtract 1 from it. So our power changes from 2 down to 1. We can then simplify that on the next line, and so we get dp over dt equals 6t. And that's our answer. The speed of the car is given by dp to t equals 6t. Let's do another example. This time, we will differentiate y equals 4x to the power of 7 plus 2x cubed plus x. Our process is the same as before. Our letter on its own is now y, and the letter on the other side is x. So when we differentiate, our y becomes dy to x. On the right-hand side, we deal with each term one at a time. So we take the 7 down, leave the 4x as is, and reduce the power by 1, down to 6. For the next one, we pull the 3 down, leave the 2x, and reduce the power by 1. And now for the last one, we remember that x means x to the power of 1. So we pull the 1 out the front and reduce the power to 0. From our indices video, we saw that anything to the power of 0 is just 1. So our last term just becomes 1. Simplifying, we see our answer is dy dx equals 28x to the power of 6 plus 6x squared plus 1. So there we go, how to find the derivative of a polynomial. If you feel you need more examples, we've provided some more in the handout.